Okay, y'all. It's your girl G's Louise back with another message. I got like somebody here. I just wanted y'all to catch this vibe. His name is Tommy. He did 18-year bid, and I think that's a big deal when you're coming home off a stretch like that. Into when you left, things was one way, and then you come back to your city, and things are a whole nother way. So you got to not only get back in the swing of things, figure out your own swing. Then on top of that, you got to figure out, well, what has changed and what has taken place since you've been gone, and then figure out how to just live, just get back into the basics.
Definitely, everyday living.
Everyday living.
Right.
So, like, when you came out, when you was in there, you had a little. I feel like most of everybody has a plan, right? I know.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah. Mostly. For the most part, most people have a plan. I definitely had a plan. I actually had a few different plans, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to figure out what was the easiest to get into.
Okay.
You know, something that I know I could get up off the ground myself, push it myself, and just take it to another level myself, and then bring in employment. You know, just like grow a company and then bring other people in. So
okay,
that was my thing.
But did you know, like, did you like when you was in there, when you was sitting in there, you had like this vision. Everybody has a vision. Like I fell for somebody that was in prison, and I dated him, and we was together and all that. So I had this vision in my head of how it was gonna go when he came home.
Right.
And I'm sure he had a vision, his own vision, separate from mine.
Right.
And I just be wanting to know, because I know some men set out to come out here and bullshit around, but some of them don't. You just happen to be one that wasn't trying to bullshit around. I'm not speaking romantic. I'm just speaking in general about your money.
Being focused, right.
Yeah, on your money, trying to like self-growth, like trying to be the better version. He trying to come out here and be an asset and not just be down here like riding people coattails and shit. Right?
Right.
Because niggas do that. They be doing that, don't they?
they
They probably that be they playing, don't it? Some of them.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
them.
I'm about to come out here and ride so and so, because my homeboy got this going on.
See, they do that there. So sometimes you just get so caught up in that you do it. It continues when you leave. You know what I'm saying?
So whoever you are in there, you are when you come
definitely, out. Definitely. Now you could come in one way, and then transition. That transition is gonna happen over time. So one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna change or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You go. Sometimes transitions take longer than others, but it's either one or two things gonna happen. You're gonna change for the better. You're gonna remain the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, people get caught up in what they're doing there, and you remain that. You come out the same way. The things that you were doing in there, hustling people, panhandling, just bullshitting around. Yeah, you're gonna do the same thing when you get here.
Got it.
Because you ain't prepared for nothing else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna pretty much stay where you've been for the past few years on your way out. Like, you're
on your way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's not like you can say, I go home next week, I'm changing.
Yeah.
Don't happen overnight. So I'm gonna say
I go home next week, I'm changing.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's gonna be like,
so
it's gonna take time. So you're gonna say your last 2 years at least. You're gonna have to start a process of changing. Sometimes
if you want to do better.
Definitely.
Because some of them don't do that on them long bids. Do they have a need or want to be, or it just be game? Something they say to us as the loved one.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. It just depends on the individual still, because sometimes, people just gonna be who they are, man. You can't, I mean, if you just full of shit, if that's you, that's you.
That's you.
But
with you personally, what was your, like, right before you was about to get out, let's say 3 months, what was you on? Like, what was going through your head?
Oh, 3 months, man. I was so 3 months. I think I just for my last 3 months, cause I actually my last 3 months I went to a reentry program.
Oh, did you? So
Yeah.
they offered it.
Yeah, they offer it.
Do the people take it?
Some.
So
Like
it's
I
not
said,
mandatory.
It's not, but
It should be.
they're trying to make it mandatory
Oh,
now.
it should. I need
So
to be on.
mine
On
was
that.
kind of mandatory, but even if it's mandatory, once they put you in that institution where it's transitional, it's still up to you. Because the only thing they can do is take you to the water. They can't make you drink it. You're a grown man.
That's out here too.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's the same way. Like, even if they put you in that program, it's up to you to make the best out of it. What you gonna get from it?
And
You gonna
apply
take
it.
advantage.
Because what if you go in the program, you don't come out here and you could just not apply it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So they offer different skill sets in those programs. Take classes like you in that program. Like, you go into classes pretty much every day. But even before I was put in that program, like my last 2 years, I signed up for a program just because I wanted to, as I chose to go to a program. It was like and of course you had to apply for it, and then you had to qualify for it. Like, you can't have a disciplinaries for like a year before they accept it.
Right.
Stuff like
so you
that.
can't be having any issues.
No, it's basically you got to be on your shit. You got to be clean, and then they'll accept you. So I just signed up. Like, I was like, yo, this is what I need to do for myself. Signed up for that program.
Got it.
Went to that program. Stayed in that program for like about 18 months, 20 months, and then from that program, I went to the other program. So I was programmed out.
You was programmed the hell
for
out.
my last 2 years.
You was so done with that shit.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting away from all the bullshit.
So when you came home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it like any kind of a shock moment? Did you feel crazy, awkward? Like, was it like because I feel like men, from what I've seen, they come out and they're like, I'm straight. You know, it's the ego kicking in. It's the pride. Like, man, I don't need nothing. I'm straight.
Yeah.
Can you relate to that feeling, or can you not, or like?
It was a shock. Definitely a shock, because technology. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things were a shock. But I don't get nervous, and I don't react to things. So even if I am, you can't tell. But I don't have a problem with asking people. Yo, how you do this? How you do that? What's up with this? Okay, tell me what this is. Like, I don't have a problem with asking. So whatever I had an issue with, I had a problem with, I'll just ask somebody. But now, going in a store by myself, trying to do self-checkout,
I knew that.
That was an issue for me. Like, I was embarrassed.
Oh.
Because I was like, people behind you, they're like, what you doing? What you?
Right.
It's almost like, where you been, under a rock?
Right.
Prison or something?
Right.
So, I used to like, man.
But it's still like you're able to admit that it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, it is a big deal.
To admit it?
Yeah, because there's a lot of men that don't want to admit it.
Well,
they just don't say nothing.
And see, those are the guys that's going to stay stuck, because if you don't know and you don't ask, how will you know? Yeah. So, yeah, that's my thing though. Like I said, before I even came home, like, I programmed myself to come back into society a different way. Like, I've always been more like an introvert. I didn't talk much.
Yeah.
So I signed up for classes and programs that I had to get in front of people and speak. I had to stand up and speak. But that's what I chose to do, because I know that I couldn't come out here and be successful, move forward.
Not being able to talk to people.
Right, not being. I'm
just going to sit in the back, and he ain't even been
sit in the corner and don't say nothing.
Leave.
So yeah, so I just started doing things so when I came home, now I'm comfortable enough to say, hey, can you help me with this?
Right. But that took a while for you to get like that.
Yeah, definitely, like I say.
But it's like in the street world, you could talk all day. In that world, the lingo, but when it comes to being, like you said, because you got to cross over at some point. Yeah. The mindset has to change. You can't stay in the same mindset and get some different results.
Grow, yeah.
You can't grow. You can't latch on to other successful people, because they looking at you like, bro, what you talking about? Yeah. They don't even say bro. They say, excuse me? Oh, that's interesting. Like they don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
They really don't. So I admire that. So what about like your intimate relationships with your family, your brothers, cousins, whatever, and your children? Was that like harsh for you to try to connect again, like, because you're not kind of leaving off where you left off before.
Right. Yeah,
everybody's different.
In all actuality, you don't even know people anymore. You don't know anybody.
I'm glad that you know that.
You know
so you weren't telling niggas to pull up that you ain't seen in 18 years to where you lay your head at, right?
I was home a week before anybody ever saw me.
Because why would you do that, right?
Yeah,
why would you bring people that you haven't seen? You don't know them no more, but you just because you knew them when you was 20, 22, you gonna tell them, "What's up, bro? I'm out now. Come pull up."
No.
No way, right? No way.
See, for me, that whole, I didn't even want that because that would have gave. I just knew that would give me anxiety. Like I hadn't been around you guys. I'm telling you, like, just
I agree with that.
I ain't been around you in 20 years. That. You know how what's the conversation now? What's the conversation?
Right, especially if you ain't been writing them, and
especially if we ain't been in contact like that. You know, but for the most part, the people that I deal with now, I was in consistent contact with them the entire time, so we were familiar.
So
but at the end of the day, how much do I know you? Because we basically on the phone, we only touching on basics. How you doing? You good? How your family? We good? What you do today? We ain't in depth. I don't know what you going through, really. You don't really know what I'm going through.
And you're not seeing them on a day-to-day. Because you can't, like, literally, you're right about that connection with the phone thing. And I had to learn that the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
But did you have a relationship, like, with a female? And while you were in there?
Over the years?
Yeah, like a solid relationship.
Come and go. You know what I'm saying? It come and go.
Did you come home to anybody?
No. I came home to a friend, but it wasn't like I didn't come home to a relationship, like a full-blown relationship. No.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's translate what you just said with the phone thing. Did you find that your relationship was different with her in the flesh?
Oh, definitely.
Versus the phone?
Definitely.
Like, you think you really know her because you talk to her all the time.
All the time.
Y'all vibe.
But again, you still only scratching the surface on that phone. Yeah. I don't care if you sit on the phone with them all day.
Right.
It's nothing like being here with a person, like interaction.
I agree.
Looking at a person's face, seeing their movement, seeing how they live, how clean they are, how dirty they are, mood swings, like vibes.
Because that energy is real.
Yeah, energy is crazy.
That shit is something serious.
So speaking on the relationships with my family, let's touch on that, right? Because you asked that question, I don't think I answered it. But I left, I think my children were like 5 and 6, 8 months. I come back 23, 22, 18.
Is that rough?
Right? So now we have a relationship, and I'm telling you, this is what it still blows my mind to today. Beautiful relationships over the phone. Like, we talk on a regular, we laugh, we text, everything. I get home, now it's almost like we strangers. Because we can have that because we're comfortable over the phone. But in person, they don't really know me.
Who was it more that was uncomfortable, you or them?
Them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable, but I think I'm comfortable, but I'm uncomfortable with doing and saying certain things because even though I'm their father, I hadn't actively been their father, like, physically. Now, emotionally,
and you gotta emotionally,
financially, deal with that. I was. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Luckily, I was able to do that. But just being around them, like you say, that energy, that vibe, it's a whole different ball game. So they're still trying to get to know me. And as adults, because I think as young adults, 20s, they don't sit still. Oh, hey, Pop, what's up? Oh, yeah, I'm on the way with my homeboy. We'll get together.
They got their own life.
So
and
now
you
I
trying
can't
to find
force
a
you.
Fit in.
Right, I can't force you to say, sit down, let's do this and do that. Now, I want you to do that out of your own. I want you to do it. I don't want to force you, make you feel like You have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I want it to be organic. I want it to be genuine. Like, so at even home 5 months, I'm still, that's probably the hardest thing to deal with. Like,
I know.
not
I can only imagine. Like, I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, how could I feel? Like, how would I feel? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like that before for a small amount where, you know, with a feud. But anyway, I felt like people are like, you don't know him because, like, let's just imagine your baby mama say, well, he doesn't like grapes, and you're like, oh, okay, because you're trying to like get in where you fit in, and they're making it feel worse, and it's like, don't do that. But emotionally, how did you handle all of these things?
How am I still handling it?
Still handling it. How long you been out, by the way?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
And so, you seem like you're doing good.
I'm all right.
You're all right.
Blessed.
Feel good.
That's for sure.
Making money.
Yeah, definitely.
That you don't have a problem with.
Oh no, I ain't never had a problem with making money, right? So,
but there are men that do come when they come home. They don't have clothes. They don't have the basics. Do you have your basics? You got your basics.
That's crazy. Yeah, I had the basics, but like I say, man, listen. On my way home, I realized how stressful that was, because you don't think like people just don't realize
the reality.
The reality of, I have nothing. I've been gone for 18 years, or whoever, not just be this, whoever's doing this time. You've been gone for X amount of years. None of that's there. You know what I'm saying? So just keep thinking you got to come home. You don't even have a toothbrush. You don't have underwear. You don't have socks. Now, if you hadn't, and then you got to depend on people to get there for you.
As a man.
As a man.
With balls.
You feel me?
So that shit hard.
Yeah, just think it, and we already got egos.
Already.
So it's almost like, now some men won't have a problem with taking from you, right?
True that.
Some won't.
Oh yes.
But a real man is gonna have a problem with it, you know. So
so you didn't come home to a woman, you said. You came home to your family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was a good move off gate.
Yeah, I think I tried to stay away from the relationship thing altogether.
But what made you do that? Like, how did you
I think it's stressful. I think it's for men and women.
I agree. I'm with that.
Our biggest distraction is the other sex. It's the opposite sex.
I'm telling you, because I'll be straight till I start fucking with somebody.
People that you're other people
that whatever your
preference is.
Yeah,
it's gonna always be your biggest distraction.
Right.
So I knew that if I get all emotional involved with women, trying to do the time that I'm doing, you know how my
time. So you didn't even want to get involved,
right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I tried to stay away from that whole.
Now that's different, because usually everybody wants to pen pal.
I mean, and so like I said, I dealt with people, like I had
friend
girls. And it was consistent with some people, you know what I'm saying? But it was always a, hey, you do what you do. I respect it. It's cool.
You wasn't expecting them to hold the pussy.
Oh no, definitely. And
keep you, you wasn't expecting that.
I definitely wasn't expecting that. So, and that's why I say that's where the stress come in. Like, I can't worry about what you doing.
Because I will go crazy.
Because every day in here is a battle. You're safer out there than I am in here. So if I'm off my square worrying about what you doing, what can happen to me? So in prison it's really kill to be killed, right? Or
is it really like that every day?
Oh, every day. Listen, every day it's
really like,
yeah, just think about it like this. We beefing. I'm beefing with somebody. It ain't like he stay across town.
Yeah.
I gotta see him every day.
Yeah.
All day. If we're in the same dorm, we're in the same unit, we seeing each other every day, all day.
Right.
How can I get away from that? Other than checking out, which means I'm gonna go tell the police, oh, I got a problem with this guy. What is that? Snitching. Now you got a tag on you for snitching.
Right.
You know what happened to snitches in prison?
Yeah.
Right. So now it's like, you gotta be a man. So you gotta handle this however it come. Like, that's what you gotta deal with every day. Even if you don't have beef, you gotta deal with jealousy. Gotta deal with people who just gonna hate you for being you, hate you if you got more than them, gonna wanna take what you got if they don't have it. Like, that's every day, all day. So you dealing with a whole bunch of men with egos, and trying to take what was yours, what they don't have. Like that's just every day, all day. That's what you're dealing with, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, at some level, once you get that or you earn that respect, you don't have to deal with that so much.
Got it.
But you're definitely gonna have to earn that respect to be comfortable. And even with that, any man can be got. So even if you got the respect, you know what I'm saying? If you make the false move, it still can happen to you.
Yeah.
So so my focus was just getting through this. Let me focus on day to day, one day at a time, getting through that. And then
but think about if you didn't have that strategy and you were kind of all over the place and you weren't a critical thinker, or you didn't, so you would kind of be all over the place. Mm-hmm. Not you, but people that have to do. It could be men and women, because I know women that's done times, and I know they be fucked up. They be fucked up. Like they don't know if they like girls. They be snorting pills and they be fucking confused and shit. And I'm not coming for them. I'm saying that's their, because their mind, they let prison do them instead of them doing prison.
You know what my thing was?
Time.
My saying has always been, anybody can get through it, but anybody can't do it. It makes sense.
It does.
Like you can get through during the time
with all kind of ways.
Right. But are you gonna be well with doing
That's just like life. When we go through shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been through we talking about what you've been through, but you've been through shit. I've been through some shit that people look at me and probably wouldn't even imagine I've been through, right? But I stand the fuck back up. I get knocked down.
Yeah.
But I always get up. And I don't let it like turn me into a crackhead or a prostitute or, you know, I'm not saying that nothing against the people. I'm not talking about nobody who did go through those knockdowns. I'm just saying I didn't.
You gotta get back up.
Yeah, even if you do go and smoke some crack, you know, get back, come back, because that's my idea of you getting through some shit, just kind of any kind of way. You're not strategically trying to heal and figure out how to move forward from this shit. And that's why I wanted to bring them in on our conversation, because I was not expecting you to be so evolved. You know, I'm not saying that. I mean, a lot of people pretend to be evolved, but I know you're evolved because I see how. Well, I'm not with you every day, but I do know by the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. You don't drink. You won't drink if everybody's drinking. You know, if anything, you're going to buy everybody else something to drink.
Right. And
you're well respected. You speak well. You have great vibe, good mannerisms, you know. And not to mention, I accidentally ran into you working. So you really, he ain't faking, y'all. He got a business. Because, you know, niggas say they got businesses that's coming home from prison. They be like, oh, I own this. Lying, don't they? Tell the truth.
Yeah, we're for real.
Am I making this up?
So I know people that's lying about businesses and they been on the street. They ain't even been to prison.
They ain't even there. They just pretend they got shit going on. And I actually ran into him on accident and seen him in his truck working. So, yeah, you really got a business.
Right.
Kudos to
Working
you.
every day. Gotta go get it.
So, but yeah, like, I mean, that's really honorable for somebody that's been home for only 5 months. I mean, to me, that's huge. So even if you do stumble, I mean, hey, you get passes, okay?
Right. Definitely.
Get a little bit of couple of them. Not a lot. But you get a little bit of passes because, I mean, you're definitely on the right track. Ain't none of us perfect. You know, we all out here just trying to figure it out. Right. Figure out what we want. Half of us don't know what the fuck we want. Exactly. That's the biggest problem.
I just had that conversation with somebody earlier. What you want? I don't know. I just want to do something.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, you definitely gotta figure it out.
And it's okay not to know. You know, but if you pretending like you know, you pretending like you got a business, you pretending that your mental is okay, you pretending that you are where you want to be, like you're not going to get nowhere. You got to be true with you, bro.
Definitely true with yourself. Starts with you.
Starts with you.
Starts with you.
So what have you done to maintain this level head of yours? How the hell did you do it? Like, what do you surround yourself with? Like,
that's what I was about to say. It's about my surroundings. Really, I surround myself with people. I try to surround myself with people on a daily that's already accomplished. Already, you know, like they already had a foundation built, and it's like I want to be around people that I can look at and say, yeah, I'm striving to get to that point. Not do what you're doing, But I just want to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
So what happens when the niggas on? You know, you from the street. So what happens when you want like don't a little piece of you? It don't be calling you or not saying to sell the drugs. Yeah. I'm talking about like
just to get in.
To just it's like even me a piece. I'm still street, so I enjoy street events sometimes. Yeah, right. Like in music, you know, and like it one thing leads to another sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know? But
what would you tell me if I was coming home from prison and what would you tell me to not fall back into the same people that I knew that's doing the same shit?
That's the thing, because people say you got to be around different people. No, you got to be around different people if they doing the same shit. If those people that you grew up with or that you rock with have evolved,
it's cool.
It's cool.
It's go. It's
right, because 9 times out of 10, if they really your people, they're gonna try to bring you with them in any shape, form, or fashion. It may not be. I can't put you where I'm at, but let me show you the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me connect you with people that can help you. Man, introduce you to people. It's all about connections. Who you know is not what you know anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if people could just put you in the right room. Now, if I put you in the right room,
like today, I was in the right room.
Right, boy. you gotta make those connections. I'm putting you in here. Now you gotta make those connections. So sometimes you just gotta. You definitely need to.
But what do you tell them? Like, Tommy, man, what's up? You gonna come through? I got a pack for you.
Oh, they got a pack for me?
Yeah.
Oh.
They wouldn't even come at you like that?
No, usually it's if I got a pack for them. And believe me.
But you just coming home.
Listen, I'm telling you, and I promise you, it's happened I can't even count how many times that's happened since I've been home.
And you would think that it wouldn't.
You would think it wouldn't.
Why is that?
I don't know.
It's because of the mentality, right?
Right.
Because they don't think nothing's wrong with that. They're being generous.
Yeah.
But that's fucked up.
They just think that
honestly
you got it. Because I think at some point, when people know you as what they know you as.
And that's it.
And that's it. So no matter what you do, how you grow, they're going to see you as that. So if I left here the man, let's say, if I left the man, even if me come back, they're going to think I'm the man.
He's the man,
so,
y'all. He's being humble.
So
no, I'm saying like he's well respected in his community.
So yeah, so it's like, and it's almost like, I'm telling you, it's almost like, so I can see how easy it is to get back into it because it's like people are waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My brother, I watched my brother go through that. And my brother has his own media center and everything. Like he's really on the legit side, but I watched him. I watched that.
Yeah.
So I know that's how it go. They're like, oh, bro, we couldn't wait for you to get back. Hurry up. Get back in your position.
Hold up. I've been gone for 20 years and you've been out here and you waiting on me to get back? What you got for me as far as let me...
They ain't got no dollars.
You feel what I'm saying?
They got a pack, though.
Man, what are you talking about? So it's funny to me that these same people hadn't evolved. It's like, so I know I need to stay away from you. I'm going to speak. I'm going to... Cordial. And I'm going to get on through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't need to be around you. Period.
Yeah. But how do you stick to that? Mental.
Because with me, it's easy because at this point in my life, it's all about future. My peace, my serenity, my being able to lay down and not worry about my door being kicked in. Whether it's the police, whether it's a jack boy, whether it's whatever, like I don't have to worry about
Or a woman that's mad at you because you cheated on her, you got 10 bitches and you got new bitches. No, seriously, that's a thing. Like when you said you don't want to have a relationship. Yeah. And let's be clear, let's touch on that because there are women out here that are in whole live relationships with men that are coming home from prison or that are in prison. And they really think that these men, like you have to be honest with yourself, ladies, because I went through it. I'm not coming for no woman and I'm not coming for no man. But they're either on the side where they playing you to death and they already know they're not coming home to do right by you, or they don't even know what they want and they just know that they want you right now.
And a lot of times that's what it is. They don't know what they want.
Yeah. Because they just want you the only thing right now.
Right. They might really want to be with you, but when you get in this big world, it's like,
you're like, wait.
Oh my God.
And I've seen men, like I've been in a party setting with men that I know have women. and they might be drunk, kicking it, feeling the vibe, and be kissing another bitch in the corner. It's just because she right there. And then you be like, bro, you got... Okay. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what this is what men do. They live in their moment. They like, oh, well, she right here, like right now.
Right.
And this is what I'm doing. Oh, we're going out of town this weekend. Oh, yeah, this is what we doing. Women, we don't think like that, and we expect them to think like that, but y'all need to understand the men that have been out here already don't think like that. So you got to know when they're coming home, they have no clue really what they want. They don't. It's like a 5-year-old.
Because I know it's some... Now,
they think they know.
Everything that I said I was going to do, I hadn't done. I've done the most important things, the bigger things. But it's been things that I said, oh, I ain't going to do that. I ain't going to do that.
Did you hurt a woman when you came home?
Yeah.
On accident?
Yeah, on accident.
Even if you didn't do it on accident, I just want them to know. Like, if you're telling your homeboy, would you tell him, like, bro, don't get in no relationship?
No, I would definitely. I tell them now, the guys that I still talk to, listen, man.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Because you don't know yet.
You don't know.
Wait till you fall all the way in love with her for real, like on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because you in love with her right now because you don't got no... What else you got? She rocking with you.
She right there. Every day.
Every day.
That's all you got.
And women, we got to take responsibility in knowing that you got to think, if they can't take care of themselves yet, how in the fuck are they going to come home and feel like a man up under you? Mm-hmm. They not. It don't matter how much you give them, put money in their pocket, give them they have a whole car, whatever you give them, ladies, they still don't feel how they're supposed to feel as men until you're doing what you're doing, which is like you're taking care of yourself. Mm-hmm. You handling your own business. If you didn't have no business about yourself, you wouldn't be feeling confident.
No, listen, even with...
That's anybody, by the way, not just
handling my own business. I'm still I'm still uncomfortable with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting
like
back
what?
into my mojo. You know, like...
What are you uncomfortable with?
Like, for a while, I was uncomfortable with my living situation. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man...
But not no more, nigga. You got your shit. You got your shit.
So, yeah, just as a man, as a man, you don't want to live under somebody else's roof. You know? So it's almost like... you got a room. It's not even a roommate because you got to abide by somebody else's room.
5 months you did it.
Yeah, 5 months.
You proud of yourself, right?
Proud. But yeah, and it just keep, you know what's crazy? Is that I have moments because I'll do things and I'll do something and I'll accomplish something and I just keep running. Like, I don't take time to bask in it, and people have to tell me, like, bro, you need to go out and have a drink. You just accomplish something.
Not in your mind.
Not just right in my mind.
Because you're nowhere near where you want to be.
Right.
So it ain't no downtime.
So yeah. So the other morning, I'm getting up. I'm going to get my first little load. You know what I'm saying? Going to work, and it hit me like,
well, you
just left your house. You just left your place, going to work for yourself.
What?
Like, it just hit me because I just be moving. I don't really be thinking it like
for yourself.
For myself.
And he even got his own uniform he made. He has a uniform and it looks nice. Yeah,
so all about the business. It's about presentation, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you say that.
You feel me? It's always about presentation.
Yeah,
so yeah, when I come in, I'm a walking billboard.
I'll be a hot mess. I come in there and get the load. I'll be looking crazy as hell.
Walking billboard, yeah. So when I'm coming in, hey, you got to know it's me. This me. Yeah. You know. So that's just that's just. But you know what's crazy? Because I marketed. I did all this in my head before I came home. I knew exactly what I wanted.
So you did it, and then did you find that it was? This is what I want niggas to get. When you in prison and you come up with a plan in your head, it's not the same as when you're actually coming out here doing it.
No,
it's different.
It's different.
And you can't be like, well, it's too hard. Nigga, you gotta keep doing that shit.
You gotta keep going. It's always gonna be some stumbling blocks now. It ain't always gonna be smooth. And it was times that I was like, man, you know what? This ain't working. But still got up every day and push. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, right now, everything is going smooth.
And it's starting to come together.
But I still got a long ways to go. But it's I can't complain.
But that's because you didn't get sidetracked.
Right. Oh, no. Definitely didn't get sidetracked.
Nothing.
That's the biggest thing. No.
Okay.
They couldn't throw me off my square for nothing.
Okay. So how did you feel when well, you said that prison has made you kind of less emotional, like, well, you're already non-emotional because you're an air sign, but like your attachment, like, do you know how to treat women? Or are you struggling with it? Or were you struggling with it before and now you're getting better at it?
No, I think I used to be better at the way I treat women. Before prison.
Before prison. Because I'm gonna say this, you're not the only guy that's told me this. Mm-hmm. I have another friend, and he told me he was so worried about that. He was like, I didn't know how to treat a woman. Yeah. He was like, when I came home, I felt like I didn't know how to talk to her, mm-hmm. how to interact with her. So, like, what's something that you experienced that you overcame that you could, like, tell somebody, another guy, when it comes to women, like, I don't know, anything that's helpful. Because we are important to y'all. Definitely. And you don't always gotta fuck us. Like, that's the most important thing that men need to know. You can't fuck every woman. Like, oh, she's beautiful, she's my type, I want to, but she might not be that for you. She might be way bigger than that. It might be a bigger role in that dynamic. Exactly. And I had that conversation with people like all the time. Like, man, when did you learn that? But you know what? I've always had that. I've always been like that. And like I said, I have female friends that call me brother right now. I call them sister. Attractive women. But not every man can be a brother. And my homeboy be like, man, you sure you ain't never? Nah, I don't even look at her like that. Because I know in my scheme of things, even when I was hustling, she is an asset. She's smart. She's somebody I can trust. And if you fuck her, you're going to fuck it up. You're going to fuck that up. Because once them feelings and emotions get it, it's over. If you're not willing to go all the way with her, that's the only way. Yeah, exactly. If you know you're not ready to fuck with her the long way, so yeah, don't even do it. That's what I would say. That's my biggest thing. Men need to know, like, they need to know that. They need to know. I agree. Every woman ain't for you to fuck. I agree. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that though. Right. Tommy, like, they all just can't move past that part. Yeah. Because when you come to today, if you would have seen how many successful women I was in the room with, mm-hmm. we're bossed the fuck up in the game. Yeah. And I'm telling you, like, so that's why I say, yeah, you definitely can't fuck everybody. We popping, like, and when we come together, we even worse. When you don't let a man come in between that mm-hmm. sisterhood, it's endless. Right. And the same thing with men. Mm-hmm. It was a black event. But I'm telling, even it was a white woman. White women still be coming to the black event. Come in there now. Yeah, they be still coming though, for real. And they be with the shits, like. But I said that to say, like, I just feel like that's a huge big deal, and I know that that it's very important to me for us to be able to work together so we can build up. Mm-hmm. Because we need y'all at the end of the day. I did a small event the other day. I catered. Well, I was the chef. I didn't cater. I was the chef, and it was high-profile people. I'm not going to call out the names, but I'm going to say this. I noticed something, and I seen it, and I said, this is finally, I can see that it's possible. Because I don't see it often, mm-hmm. where the man knows how to balance out the woman to execute the goal. Yeah. I seen it. Yeah. I seen it the other fucking day. And when I tell you, I want that in our culture. Mm-hmm. Because we need y'all to balance us out. And if you're broken and fucked up, how the hell are you going to help us? And that's my passion. But that's the only way we can fix that. We got to admit that we broken. We don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this right now. But it's like I said now, but you couldn't have. I wouldn't have said that 20 years ago. You wouldn't have said that. Nah, I'm like, I'm good. But I'll tell you, yeah, I'm good. But emotionally, you're still dealing with things. Right. And like, I'm not as sensitive as I used to be. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not. I'm not sure you're not. Prison probably desensitized you. At all. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think the only way that I'm gonna be able to fix that, I'm actually gonna have to get some professional help with that. But I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I will take the time to do that at some point, but the biggest thing is I recognized it. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know, now I recognize, and I knew that before I even came home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and when I talk to people, like when I meet people and have conversations, and they say, because I tell people off the top, y'all, this is my situation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity, give you a choice to either want to deal with it or not.
Or don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank God.
Either way, I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. But I want to at least give you that choice, that option.
Yes. And I respect
so
that.
Now, so when we have those conversations, okay, well, what is it? What's the issue? These are my issues. I'm emotionless.
And that's terrible for women.
At all, right? That's why I say,
because we want you to. We're almost. I hate to say the word thirsty because I don't like that word, but we really thirsty. We crave for you to feel something. It pertaining to us though, not every woman, just the particular woman. And when you're done with being everybody's piece, you know what I'm saying? That's when we want you to come and stand in that and be emotional, like a little bit of emotional attachments. Like just a little bit to that one person, and that's what we crave. Because you feel like I got him, I finally got him one, right? And he's mine. Because we don't want to share. You got to go to Africa with that shit.
I think the thing with men is you're gonna get them. You're gonna get men. And this is crazy, but I just realized this.
What?
You're only gonna get one or the other with a man.
What?
He's not gonna be emotional at all, or he gonna be too emotional.
Oh, you're right. I've seen both.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you rarely gonna get
the too emotional shit is too much.
It's too much.
It's too fucking much.
And that's what you get these days. For the most of the part, you get niggas that's over emotional.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't do well with that. Because I get annoyed. Like you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be annoyed.
You want to be all up on you.
But I want you to be non-emotional like how you are, but only with me emotional. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That is that?
I don't think
that's not gonna happen.
I don't think so.
Damn.
I don't think so.
G told me that I live in a fantasy world.
Yeah, that's definitely a fantasy world. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You just gonna bust my bubble like that?
I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah.
I appreciate that. So it's not. So that doesn't happen, even with the woman that you love.
I don't think so. I think
so. It's fake. So if he's doing it, he's fake.
I think he could be more sensitive to your needs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he could be more sensitive to your needs,
but still be non-emotional, whatever.
But I think he's gonna be more sensitive to the things that's gonna benefit him. Yeah.
Good answer.
He's gonna be more sensitive to the things that's gonna benefit him. Cause just think about it. If y'all arguing, I don't care how much this man love you, care for you, in love with you. He'll say the craziest shit. I don't give a fuck. Go on. You can go. Well, matter of fact, I'm finna go.
Like, woman, shut up. I done seen my uncle be like,
he ain't gonna break down.
Well respected by
it. But if it's a situation to where you sick, but he wants some,
he's still gonna wanna fuck.
He gonna be, oh baby, what you need? You need some tea? You need to go to the store? You need to, because
well, now I think that's normal. I mean, that's
he gonna be sensitive to, because he getting benefit from getting you well. So that's why I say he gonna be sensitive to your needs when it's gonna benefit him.
That is crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I mean. You ain't gonna, men are just gonna be men. Like, it's a pride thing. Now, if he's really in love with you and you just sick of the shit and you leave, then you're gonna see the emotional side. But again, it's gonna benefit him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I always say that men are naturally, by nature, you guys are selfish.
Yeah, definitely.
Very selfish, and I haven't seen. All the men that I really, really highly respect, they're all old.
What's old?
Like, they're older. They finally get it. They're old as hell.
Yeah, you know, it takes.
And then even I know 50s. 50s ain't even old, and they still be stupid. So
yeah, it takes us a while, man.
Yeah. So I figured I would just get to know my person and be friends with them until I turn about 60, and then marry.
Right, because He'll be getting it by then.
He'll be getting it by then.
Yeah, he'll be getting. Because we don't even start even. It don't even start coming to us until mid-40s.
What don't come to you?
Whatever.
Well, what? Give me a thing.
Like you say, getting it. Just getting it. We don't start even grasping until 40 something. So by 60, we should have it. And then you ready to settle down.
Because my son is super non-emotional. And he, even with me, I'm his mama. And
yeah, I'll say with mom.
So, who would you say in your life it knows you the best?
Right now? Or just overall, like from...
Well, right now, and...
I don't think nobody really knows me right now, to be honest. Nobody. I still don't think.
So your mom knows you the best, like from a long time ago, or like one of your homeboys?
My grandma.
Your grandma.
Grandma raised me, so she knows me the best.
She know you the best.
She knows me the best.
And how does she feel? Does she feel like you need something that you like? How does she give you any advice? Does she get on you about something and you just like, all right, grandma?
When I was coming up?
No, now.
Now, oh, you know.
Because I'm
coming from an situation with my grandma. Now, when I came home, listen, it's crazy because my grandma been my rock all my life.
Okay.
My whole being there, visits, phone calls, whatever I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, I need you to do this. Jump up, stop what she doing, do it. Handle it. She
that's
was
the
everything.
Lady that you was with and she did your laundry?
No, that's my aunt.
Oh, that was
her daughter. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but see, I was raised in the house with my aunt. My aunt, that aunt never left home.
Gotcha.
So her and her mom lived together her whole life.
Okay.
So my aunt is like my mom too. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I came home now, my grandmother was in a bad state. She was in like what you call it? Where you can't really remember.
Oh wait, what? You came home to that?
Yeah,
the Alzheimer's shit.
Alzheimer's, yeah, dementia.
No, that's bad.
So, but she could remember. Like we could have a whole conversation. When I said she knew my name, she would just like it wasn't that bad. Because when I come, she called my name. We sit and talk. She would just forget some things. You know what I'm saying? But she could remember anybody who come up to her. She knew who you were. She can call your name. Right? So, yeah. But she just passed like 2 weeks ago. You know, Kenny did? Yeah, she just passed like 2 weeks ago. So, yeah.
You okay?
That's what I'm saying.
So you don't have nothing?
I don't have anything.
For her, if it's for her.
And I thought that would be, I said, if anything would make me break down,
that would break you down.
And I still haven't had that yet.
I think it's, you know what you're going through?
What is it?
All right, so being that you've been away, you're accustomed to not being with. You understand? Like you're accustomed to, you trained yourself to not be attached to whatever's going on with your family, right? Because you had to detach from your family.
Right.
So being that you trained that way and you're still that way, so it's like you don't feel nothing.
Right.
But it's
gonna
hit you.
Why I'm that way?
It's gonna hit you.
You know why I'm that way though?
What?
Because that was her thing. Don't worry about things you can't control. She used to tell me that all the time. Like when I call home, Prison Mom, what's up? Wait, because when I left, she raised my son, my oldest son. So when I left, she got custody of him.
He's so handsome.
And so I call home and it might be anything. Oh, he got in trouble.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Put him. T, you can't listen. Don't worry about things you ain't got no control over.
Yeah.
So hearing that over and over and over, and then I got it. And then I started moving with that way. Yeah,
because I remember my daddy was on a 14-year bid, but he only did 8 because he got really old. I mean, my dad was old, and he died too, June 8th. But I told him, I was like, your brother died, Charles. He told me, oh, okay. So I'm like, so you good? Like, Daddy, he was like, yeah, I mean, I can't do nothing about it. We all get old, we die.
We die, yeah.
So it's like, as a woman, and you know, I don't want to go too deep into it because everybody knows I can go way too deep and the shit just get too much. But my thing is like, we as women need y'all, right? So if we need you guys, and they locking y'all the fuck up, desensitized, y'all, we can't do shit with that. You don't give a fuck. You already don't give a fuck. Now you really don't give a fuck. And it's not that you don't give a fuck that your grandma died, but it's just like, it's like, well, okay,
yeah,
y'all are like robotic.
But you know,
and that's sad.
But it's up to us to change that. You know what I'm saying? Because we.
So how are we gonna change it, Tommy? What's the answer?
The only answer that I can come up with is it's got to be somebody in that field, that professional that can dig, that can get in there, get that out of you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it necessarily has to be a professional, but it's got to be somebody
you can
that you can trust, that you can connect with, that can, you know, get those emotions, get those feelings
flowing.
Right. And I think it just has, like, I probably need one outburst, because I haven't cried.
Oh, I have a punching bag, and I got some punching.
I'm saying, like, you need an outburst, like a
You haven't cried at all?
No, I haven't cried in, like, I can't even remember.
Well, if your grandma didn't make you cry, but let me tell you what, when my daddy died, I didn't cry. I cried after.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably gonna happen.
My shit popped in, cause I ain't go to prison, but I'm a little cold too. So I literally didn't cry cause I when you get hurt so much, you just be like, you numb.
Yeah, right.
It's like, what else can happen to me? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my dad, I went to his funeral, did everything, did all the stuff, you know, set up everything, go out there, drive down with my family. We there, we did a little food thing, we come home.
Nothing.
All of a sudden.
Oh.
No, it was like maybe 3 days later after I came home, I was at the lake walking, and I just started screaming and crying and shit.
Like, see, that's what I think I need.
I was screaming though. I'm talking about I was screaming to the point where these people, this couple was like, girl, come with us. And I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? She's like, it's some people over there, and you making it sound like, you know, you. And I'm just like, what? I was in my zone, so I didn't even know what the fuck. She was like, just come walk with us, please. I'm like, all right. And I'm crying, and she was like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I'm just dealing with shit that I thought I was already dealt with it. Like, I thought I was straight, you know, but the shit just comes out when it. But the biggest part is don't let it, like,
build too much, go too deep.
No.
Go too long.
When it comes, please just let it out.
Yeah.
Like, don't be trying to hide, let it not come out. Because wherever it's coming out at, if you at Walmart, just do it. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have to sign off because we shared too much of our time with them.
Think so?
Yeah. So we're going to sign off. And is there anything, if I just came home from prison, that you would, man or woman, and do you have any advice for the women that are dealing with men from prison? Like if it was your daughter. So both of those, do you have any advice as of right now?
I would say for women dealing with men that's in prison, just like, I would say don't get too attached. Just, you know, just keep it friendly. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't put too much into it.
Right. Don't have high expectations. Don't put too much into it.
Even if he's telling you.
But, you know, if you're feeling it, if you know, I'm not going to say don't deal with a man in prison, because they definitely, you know, we definitely need some people to talk to. Just be a friend. Just be an ear. You know what I'm saying? And this is my thing right now, though, for real. If you're a woman and you have kids, you have a whole family at home, don't be sending no nigga no money in prison. Don't. Take care of your family, take care of your kids. Don't let a man trick you out your shit. Because these days, dudes in prison make more money than dudes on the street.
Off of other women.
Off of other women, off the hustles that's in prison, everything. So, if they ain't adding to you, I don't care if they in or out. What are you doing?
It's a waste.
Right.
And I agree with that all the way through and through. If you, and that goes for friends too. If y'all not helping each other in any way, if you're not an asset to each other in any type of way, then there's just should be no tie there. It should be some kind of give and take. You know what I'm saying? And friendships, family, your brother, if there's nobody's adding to you emotionally, physically, financially, or adding to your business, or what are you doing it for? You got to think about it. What are you doing? So anyway, about the dudes, what you got to tell the dudes?
Coming home?
Yeah.
Gotta be focused. You definitely gotta have a plan. Stay focused. Get your ducks in line. Come home and execute the plan. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be coming out here and just think
it can't be
I'm
one big party. Because it be a
right,
party.
And it be a party.
Everybody want a party.
This is what I did, and this I would suggest this for anybody coming home.
Okay.
Don't come home and go to your neighborhood or wherever you're from and just, I'm home. Like I probably was home days before anybody knew. I was home days before anybody knew.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to come home, embrace my freedom, myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just get some fresh air and just really get my thoughts together. Just take some time for you. Because once it happens, once people know you, it's too much. It's gonna be too much. And I definitely was overwhelmed with the attention. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh man, I'm glad I did what I did.
I noticed that when you were out, it's like everybody was just coming up to you.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. I didn't even know he had came home from prison. I just noticed that he got a lot of love. Everybody was like, man. I'm just like, damn, you know everybody. Remember I said that?
Mm-hmm. So you got to take that time for yourself, man. Just get your thoughts together. Embrace your freedom before you start letting everybody. Because one thing about it, sometimes freedom ain't even freedom. Because if everybody taking you, pulling you, then where
different directions.
Right. And then that's what's going to happen. Oh, I gotta feel like I gotta be with Ray Ray. I feel like I gotta be with Pookie. I feel like I gotta be with Sabrina. I feel like I gotta be with my mama, my uncle. No, just take some time for you. When you're free, you here, and if you do the right thing, guess what? You got plenty of time for them.
You do.
So just
and you can prioritize
take your time. Make your time about you. Make your exit about you. Because a lot of times people try to make your exit from prison about them. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what happens with everybody.
And that's what
because they miss you too.
Right. Because think, now when you coming home from prison, you the hottest thing on the streets right now.
And then
if I'm a dude that's with you, guess what? I'm hot now. Because I'm with you, my partner. So I'm going to get just as much attention as you get. I'm telling you.
And let me tell you what's fucked up with though. You let that overtake you, right? With like what he's saying. It's just like Hollywood syndrome. You ain't hot no more in a month. Niggas don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. You can't ask them to cash app you money no more.
Because niggas coming home every
They gave you what they gave you. You cannot keep asking niggas.
Telling you.
They gonna give you what they gonna give you.
You gonna give you right there. That's it. Whatever you get right then, that's it.
That's it. And then it's like you get dropped like a bad habit, just like everybody had their time, like it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just sitting there like looking crazy, feeling crazy.
And whatever you get from it, you better make the best out of it.
Cause you ain't getting that shit no more. Niggas gonna be looking like after about a couple months, they like, bro, you on some bum shit now.
Right.
Don't
they? Right.
And don't even want to help your ass. We looking like. But anyway, we finna sign off because it's a beautiful day and we about to just go on about our day. But until next time, I hope this helps somebody because I've seen this happen. I've seen what he's going through or went through go left so many times. And I've also seen it go real right. But it's rare that it goes real right. Rare. So I'm very passionate about helping families and people go through this because I actually went through it and I went through it more than one occasion. I also recently went through it on a romantic level. So I understand the emotions and all of that goes on both sides, you know, and it needs to be talked about. Light needs to be shed on it, and you need to seek out support groups. You got to find people, and I don't care if it's professional or if it's just people, but it needs to be people that helping you through this transition because you just can't do it by yourself. Right. You know, you just can't. Because that's not realistic. That's you living in your head in prison. Magazine shit. That's not realistic. So, signing off. Till next time, I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy them all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Whoever tuned in.